Well, I'm hoping all of you are well. This is Visit Mema, and I finished the purple Afghan, the purple, pink, and white Afghan, and gave it to the librarian who brings my books to me, and I hope she enjoys it. Isn't it fun when you crochet something and you're able to share it? You know, it's no ties really. You just want to give it because that's the way you feel. And you know, I do me, you do you, we'll all be happy. You know how people always try to change who we are and what we do, or be in control of what we say and what we do. But really, we're the only one in charge of what we see, how we feel, what we do, and we have to just think about that. Also, we have to always remember, you can't do anything you have no power to change. I do believe if more people would realize that there are some things we can change and there's some things we cannot change. Once we know what we cannot change, it takes a lot of stress off of us trying to figure out how to do what we think we need to do. When really, if there's nothing we can do about it, we can't stress about it. Now, I have this, for instance, I have this little bird feeder. Sits right outside my glass window door here in my apartment. And I put maybe a tablespoon of bird feed in that little feeder every morning. And, you know, I can't feed them a lot because they're telling us now do not feed the birds because of the bird flu. Now, I don't know what that has to do. Sorry about that. I don't know what that, but anyway, there's something about the birds might spread the chicken flu or the bird flu, or affects chickens that lay eggs, or makes, I don't know all the details. See, this gets you in trouble when you know just enough to know that you can't do it. And then you go, wait a minute, why can't I do it? Why does that hurt the chickens? I don't want to hurt the chickens, because here in Arkansas, we have lots and lots of chicken farms. You know, because Tyson's here. And Tyson is one of the largest, one of the largest chicken poultry supplier in the country, especially in where we are. We think they are. But they've got chicken houses, processing plants, all in the state of Arkansas. Taking, you know, producing chickens, and then they, you know, process chickens up there towards Fayetteville, northern part of the state. But anyway, getting back now, I know that seems like a long way away, but birds follow. Evidently, they fly a long way. Just look at our hummingbirds. Our hummingbirds fly all the way from South America up here and go all the way to Canada. I don't know how far in Canada they go, if they go up there even higher. I don't know. But they travel. And it just amazes me. They're just little old teeny things. And they just go along their thing, you know. They have this bird, you know, the Audubon, I think it's the bird, Audubon, the one that watches for birds. You can Audubon, no, something like that. And anyway, you become a member of their watch team just by signing up online. And so your job is, when they say, well, today we're looking to have a count on all the birds in your area. So you sit there and you watch your bird feeder or your yard, and you count the birds you see and the kind of birds you see. I don't remember if they ask for a special kind of bird or if it's all birds on that day. And then that's reported online to this bird counting thing. I need more details when I talk about something. But you guys can Google it. All you have to do is say, I want to be a counter of birds, I guess, or Bird Society or something like that. But anyway, and I'm jumping track again, aren't I? I've gone from Tyson's to Audubon, anyway. What I was getting at is that bluebird out there. Now, I'm not talking about a bluebird, like the beautiful bluebirds that, everybody just loves, and they just sing beautifully, and they flitter around, the little bluebirds, the little pink chest, they just good. I'm not talking about them. No, not the mealyworm birds. No, that's not the one. I'm talking about blue jays. Now, blue jays are just horrible little creatures. They're big, they're loud. And some people say, oh, I see bluebirds all the time. They're talking about blue jays. Now, in my book, this is my personal opinion, blue jays just bother me. Especially, they're twice as big as my little chickadees. And I love my little chickadees, my little titmouses. Yes, I love those little birds. Well, but the blue jay, he comes in there and runs everybody off, and then with this great big old beak, he'll take almost all that seed off before they've even had a chance. Now that's just plain mean. And they'll peck them in the head. Oh, yeah. I get very upset with them. But I don't run out there and shoo him off either, because he has a right to live. I just don't like him very much. And they all look like bad guys to me. I don't think of the females. Isn't that funny? I guess they look alike. I never took interest enough to find out if they both look alike or if the women are, dowdy, and the blue jay male is beautiful with colors and very, Anyway, this blue jay really aggravates me. So I've been trying to time him to see when he comes over here to rule the bird feeder. And it seems like he's not out very early in the morning. And I thought, well, my birds don't come until 9:30. They're not really early birds like some birds are. But if I put my feeding food out there at 9:30, then my chickadees come and all my little birdies, and then he comes. Or she comes. Well, then they're all gone. And then on top of that, now this is another thing about a blue jay. He's out there making all that noise, and they'll attack cats. They'll actually peck them on the head, go down and peck them on the head. If they're going to bother them or bother their babies or whatever like that. So one morning I had this really smart idea. I'll just take Itsy and set her out there on that chair in my courtyard. That'll threaten the old blue jay. He'll see that cat lives there, and I'm going to do it every day until he learns that cat lives there, and the cat might get him. But of course, they are daredevils, so, maybe it won't scare him at all. Well, the bad thing about that, they scared off my baby's little birds, my chickadees and my titmouse. And so I had the cat and the blue jay. I mean, it was just like, Okay, now we have to go back to there's some things we can change. And there's some things we just have to say no. It's just like a squirrel getting on a bird feeder. Do you know how many people in their lives have stressed over that squirrel getting in their bird feeder? Yes, it's a legendary story. Yeah. I think it's the squirrel's revenge. Because when I was growing up, my daddy went squirrel hunting. Of course, I went too. And we always ate squirrel and dumplings, Mom would fix and stuff. And they're just squirrels. But anyway, I'm getting all off subject. But it really is funny how animals around us, things that actually occur that is out of our control. Squirrel on a squirrel feeder. I mean, how many people sit in their kitchen at their table having their coffee, watching their bird feeder and see a squirrel? I mean, immediately their blood pressure goes up. That stupid squirrel. So they're constantly trying to develop this bird feeder that's protected from the squirrels. You have to think about that for just a minute. all the effort to block those squirrels. Block those squirrels. It's nature. It is the way nature is. And it might upset me. I mean, that blue jay aggravates me. But now, if I was at work all day and I didn't sit here looking out this glass door here crocheting, I probably would not even care. But now I care because I put a tablespoon of food out there. And I want it for my baby birds. Anyway. Sometimes there's things we just cannot change at all. At all. No. Oh, if you're interested in what I'm doing, I am making a baby blanket. Little baby blanket in pink. It's going to have a white border, and then it'll have a ribbon. Remember how they used to make them back in the day? Well, I'm making an old-fashioned baby blanket, not with an applique elephant on it or an applique bunny rabbit or whatever. It's just going to be an old-fashioned style baby blanket with a white lace around the outside of it. Now, I have it in mind for someone special, but we don't know how everything goes in our lives that's out of our control. So I never know where this little blanket's going to end up. But it's calmed me down quite a bit because the stitch is more small stitches instead of the up, bloop, 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 the rhythm that I usually go. This is a different rhythm. I don't know if it'll change the more I do it. I don't know. Maybe you have the same thing going through there. But all is all, that's what it is today. I would have read comments, but I can't get the thing to work on my little screen for some reason. I've got a lot of comments coming in that I've been trying to answer every one of you because I'm so excited that you come by to visit me and actually say hi. And to all the new subscribers, I'm Barbara. And I'm Visit Mema here in Central Arkansas. I've recently moved. Well, I moved here 4 years ago from the hills where I love. Up in Hardy, Arkansas. I had a cottage up there, and I loved it. And I've lived 3 different places since I moved here. I lived in an RV, and then I lived in a old folks community, and now I have a sweet little apartment attached to my sister's house. Got a little courtyard, and she comes over and visits. I go over and visit her. It's just really a lot of fun, and it's been great. And I was able to get all 3 of my babies to move here with me because my sister would allow me to, because I had farmed them out because I had Itzy and Clyde and Connor. Well, Clyde's, probably 13 years old, and I didn't And Marcia was taking care of him, my sister. And now that I moved here, I have them all back together as a little family. And they all get along just like they did when we were up in the hills, running the woods and doing what they do. And that's just the way life is. I'm just happy and blessed that I have a wonderful place to live. I am handicapped. I do not drive. And so my life is my circle of friends is very small, my little world, except for YouTube. And it's been a lifesaver for me. And everyone who subscribes and messaged me, I am delighted and that you're there. And just more than you can imagine. You just can't imagine. It gives me a reason to get up in the morning and see who's going to comment. And then come up and say, well, at least I can talk to someone. They can come and visit me. I can visit them. And we pretend that we're sitting in the same room together talking, or in the yard, or wherever I make my videos. But I do want to welcome you to Visit Mema. Beyond the blue gate, which is a blue gate outside of my apartment here. It's just one apartment, my own little courtyard, my own little gate, my own little chair. And it's perfect for me and my 3 little family members, Connor, Clyde, and Itzy. And I keep in touch with my friends up in Hardy as much as possible, but so many have passed on or moved on. And you know, all of us has changed some way, but I still love every one of them, and several of them. I've got a friend in Florida now, and another friend in Florida, and another friend in Florida, and I've met some wonderful people in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Ohio, Indiana, Kansas, Canada, and New England over across the pond. So I'm just very tickled to death that y'all are with me. I hope you do subscribe, share with your friends, and like. I've been doing this for about 4 years now, since I moved down here, because I was just lost without my world up at the Hardy area. I really was. But I'm not going to make this as long as it usually is, but I do talk a lot, because, you know, it's just like the librarian. When she brings me my books every month, she hangs them on the outside the door here, because I'll talk to her for 15 hours. If I can hold her there and listen to me. So anyway, hello to everybody, and you know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. And I know who you are. And remember, you are very, very, very special, especially to me, but you're also special and loved by the people who know you. If they don't know you, if somebody doesn't know you and don't like you, they just don't know you yet. Remember, God has you in His hands. In His hands. Pray for Mother Earth. Be kind to each other. Be nice to each other. All we have is each other. And I realize that more and more, the more I'm alone, to know that we all have to reach out one way or another to stay in touch with each other. Voice our opinions to each other. Gripe some days. But anyway, I'll let you go and talk to you again tomorrow. I'm sorry I missed yesterday. It was a disaster yesterday for me. But today, every day's going to get better again. We always have our down days, and we have to come back up. And today is the day, and it's your day. Bye-bye.